So can I convert it to someone else?
Madam President. And so to President.
That's right.
Bobby and Bobby.
Bobby and Eric, I will in a minute.
Everybody should be live.
No name.
It's blessing.
What's the reference?
Oh,
Oh, wait.
Okay. Oh, that one.
Correct. Can you?
You ready?
Good morning, everyone. The time is now 9:44. And I call to order the June 13th, 2026 meeting for LT Weatherspoon Freedom Public Charter School. Welcome to our board meeting. My name is Dr. Andrew Smith, and I am the board chair. We have a sufficient number of trustees present today, constitute a quorum for today's meeting. I will now hold a roll call vote for the trustees and ask that each trustee indicate their attendance by saying present.
Present.
Kadeem.
Present.
Kevin. Right. Amy. Morgan. Pearson. Carlos. Leslie. Ellie. Once again, welcome to our year-end in-person board meetings. Great to see everyone. We don't do this often enough. But it is really good to give the board a chance to actually lay eyes on each other and really work on planning for the coming. At this point, we're going to move on to the approval of the agenda for this meeting. So I'd like to put forth a proposal to approve the agenda. Everyone has the agenda for today's meeting. Is there a motion to approve the agenda? A motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Will probably moved and seconded. Any discussion? There being none, we will have a roll call vote, starting with, and again, indicating aye or nay for approving the agenda.
Aye.
Kadeem?
Aye.
Kevin? Amy?
Aye.
Morgan? Aye. Beatrice? Carlos? Aye. And because aye, the motion passes, the agenda is approved. The next order of business are the approval of the minutes from our May 2026 meeting. Everyone should have the minutes from that meeting. Hopefully everyone has an opportunity to kind of peruse it and look through it and see whether any changes required. Is there a motion to approve the May 9th, 2026 minutes? You want to take a minute to read? Sure. Yep. We'll pause. Take it. hopefully everyone had an opportunity to eyeball and peruse the minutes from the May 9th meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes? So moved. Hopefully moved by Kevin. Is there a second?
Second.
Hopefully seconded by Amy. Is there any discussion? Being none, then we'll move into a roll call vote, asking the trustees to indicate aye or nay for approval of the minutes.
Aye.
Kadeem? Kadeem?
Aye.
Oh. Aye. I'm looking at Morgan. Did I mind it? And I was listening. Carlos is aye. Morgan. Aye. Beatrice. Anti is aye. Motion passes and the minutes for the May 2020, the May 9th meeting are approved. At this point, we will pivot to the head of school report led by Ronnie.
Howdy. Should I go on? Or
Whatever was coming.
I haven't done this in a minute, so my notes are on my computer displaying, but I'm not going to display and just go through.
You want me to, I can move through your slides if that's easier.
That's right. I'll so should I hit share so anybody who comes
Yep.
on?
Yeah.
Share again.
Yeah, very exactly.
Yeah, the back things.
That's the class. This is my original graduation.
Ever ago.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. So you know how like when you have Thanksgiving dinner and you're like, "Ooh, I'm gonna try a new recipe. It's gonna be dope," and you're like, "Thanksgiving's not the time to try it." I tested out like this new movie thing on Microsoft, and I'm like, "It's gonna be dope." Spent 3 hours. I'm like, "Oh my god, this is great!" And unlike Jesus, I didn't save. So it's but I know how to do it now. So so it's a PowerPoint. I had this whole video and it looked, with music, it has like a whole music thing, you just put it.
All night.
I've been up all night for a couple of weeks. So you get a PowerPoint. Womp womp. So on this, so I'm not gonna do the whole year. We had enough content in the month of May and part of June, and then we have some scholars and parents who want to speak about some of the activities that we did in the month of May and June. All right, so we had our overnight trips, and our overnight trips are amazing. And I don't think that people really realize like what it takes to take out, students, not just overnight, but out of the country. We had for the third grade, third grade East End, there was a thunderstorm that came through the morning of, and we asked the bus driver, I'm like, can you guys stay? Can you guys do this? Can we do, what are we gonna do with food? We had to cancel the third grade overnight trip, but some of the East End staff members, somebody on?
No, it's not looking right on the share screen. So I'm gonna fiddle with it as you keep talking. Sorry.
Okay. So they spent the night at the East End campus in the gym, and they had like marshmallows and all the food, and so they did it at the gym. So not quite the same, but hopefully we'll make it up to the third grade class. So fourth grade, our fourth graders went to Eastern Shore, and then I think I have some pictures of it, or I have a clip. Oh, you know what? I have to. Is it sharing, Julia?
Yep, it's good.
Okay, but the sound is not.
Yeah,
Whoever-
you should be able to do the sounds for that.
So if I hit
Yep.
play, okay. So this is Caroline's.
Voice sound on the Zoom, I probably need to share screen again. Sorry.
I know. I'll share with sound, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let me stop for a minute. I know. We'll stop share. And then I have to click
Whatever you.
share sound.
You want the screen you just opened with the clip on it, don't you?
But want to come out?
No.
I'm not sharing. Okay. Maybe just share the whole screen. And we got the sound. Start again.
Yeah.
Is it showing?
Are y'all?
Is a little higher.
Let's try this again.
There we go.
No, Jesus. Nope. Still not. Yeah, maybe we have to duplicate screen on the display setting.
Let me stop this.
Yep.
All right. Give us one more second. So it says right here.
Okay.
Now it's on the thing, it's not on this projector. Now we just gotta
Okay.
get it on Zoom.
Oh, there it is.
And we have sound.
Do it on here.
I think
This
that'll
one.
work.
This one. It's coming out.
Hills at the street, yeah. All my friends know the low rider. The low rider is a little higher. Low rider drives a little slower. Low rider is a real goer. Hey. Low rider hills at the street, yeah. Low rider is a one to meet, yeah.
All right. So that was the fourth grade field trip. Now I get back to when I'm sitting in my In my office, this is so much better, easier. All right, so
You can just share screen again, you can just change over to your PowerPoint. It should.
share the whole screen. Okay. All right. And we also did fifth grade. Oh, you want to call him through here? Nicholas, can you run out and ask that gentleman to come back? And of course, you know, we went to Panama and to Martinique. This was the largest group ever. Just to, it's kind of when I sit back and think about what we just did, it's incredible. We took 60 fifth graders out of the country at the same time in 2 countries. So we had 26 to go to Martinique and 34 to Panama. You can sit there. Yeah. You've been working out? That's fine. So yeah, 60 kids. Really, you know, if any issues came up, they were mitigated. And it was just a great time. And we do a lot of the same type of activities, but every year is a completely different experience for those of us who have gone before, just because the kids are different experiences, different things that they say. It's just great. We have some students and some, has anybody come on? Not yet? Okay. So we have some students and parents who are going to talk about the experience. I'm going to go through the rest of my PowerPoint. There's I did another video like this, but okay, so we can let them in. Okay. So I'm just going to continue to go. I have a whole little video of similar, but I'm just going to keep going. We also had our Stepping Up days. We had our kindergarten Stepping Up days. And I wonder, can we turn up the lights, or can you guys see that? Okay. Okay. So we had our kindergarten Stepping Up days last week. So again, we have 2 kindergarten Stepping Up days, 2 graduations, 2 fifth grade exhibitions, and just the last couple of weeks of school are very, very, very busy. Staff highlight. I want to highlight Mr. Stuart Harrington. You're not on there? You know what? Oh, Mr. Stuart Harrington, on August 1st, he will be our new Chief Executive Officer. Chief Financial. Sorry. Surprise! He'll be our new Chief Financial Officer. He's been working, as you know, Bill retired, and he was working under Bill as, what was your title again? Director of Finance. So he officially will be Chief Financial Officer. Thank you for all the work you do. We appreciate it. Alumni on the move. Yesterday was DCI's graduation, and our students, so DCI, as you know, is the feeder school, and it feeds from 5 different schools. I just wanted to our own horn, because the Dragon of the Year, that's like their the student, I guess, the highest student, did IB and all kind of stuff, was our student.
Bobby, from the middle school, the valedictorian and one of the salutatorians were also Stoke students.
So we're doing something right. And it was just great to see our scholars just shine, on the stage. And this is Layla Leva. And I took a whole bunch of pictures too, but I didn't want to, show you a bunch of just pictures of me and a bunch of students, and Ms. Bryan and a bunch of students. But there's Layla Leva. She was nominated Dragon of the Year. And I don't know if everyone saw this young gentleman. So we had our alumni come visit us to talk to our 5th graders on what DCI is like, and what DCI, just kind of navigating middle school and high school. And I want to highlight this young man right here. This is Santiago Campos. And he just won an award from CBS. He won it was Mike Wallace, the Mike Wallace Award. He's going to be going to Georgetown and studying journalism. So yes, I'll hopefully you can hear, because I really want you to hear his speech. Of course. Okay.
Thank the Natus Foundation for this award. I want to thank my friends, family, and my teacher, Ashley Porter. She and my mom are in the room tonight. And while I want to thank CBS News for funding this generous gift towards my education, I want to also acknowledge how the recent direction of the outlet stains the legacy of Mike Wallace, the namesake of this scholarship. As corporate elites take hold over the very pipes through which our information flows, journalism that serves the people becomes increasingly harder to come by, yet ever more crucial. And what the people want is the truth. So if at any time you hesitate to utter the word genocide or remain silent in the face of blatant lies, remember to ask yourself, who is this for? I hope you choose us. Thank you.
We look forward to seeing your work in the future. God, we need young people like you right behind us. Thank you. God bless you.
First and foremost, I want to thank the Natus Foundation.
You should, Bobby, you don't have to stop your share. You should be able to just switch back to your PowerPoint.
Okay, how do I do that?
Go down to the bottom. Yeah,
You're
got
right.
it.
So when you read our mission statement, this is what we want our kids to be. You guys remember Opie last month again. These stories, and for the young folks, this is what we want you to become. We want you to always, like, if you see something wrong, it doesn't matter who it is. Like, he was getting an award, like they gave him a scholarship, and the people he got the money from, he said, thank you for this money. However, change your practice. You're doing what you're doing is not correct. Change it. That's just amazing. It's heartwarming. And it's great. There's even more story behind Santiago. But probably can't. Yeah, not at liberty to talk. But there's more to Santiago having such an amazing voice to speak out. So. And then I want to say that's a wrap almost, but we have East End graduation, we have the last day of school, and we have the end of the year staff celebration. And this young man who you see here, holding up this picture that you see when you walk in, that's him right there on the picture. And his sister is the last of 5 students that came through Stokes. So his older sister Madison, all the way down through Isri. So that's him holding up that picture that you see at the front. And that just happened yesterday. So again, just legacy going through. It just makes me super duper proud to be part of this community. I'm going to now allow for, we have 2 students online. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay. So we're going to have 2 students come on, and then we also have 2 students here who are going to talk about their, or should we do the parents first? No, let's do the students so they can go. 2 students are going to talk about their experience in Panama, in Martinique, and on the DC study tour. So should I stop share?
Leave your, yeah.
All right. Hugo, can you hear me? Can you speak?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Hugo, can you tell us about your experience in Panama? And then yes, go ahead and tell us about your experience in Panama.
Okay, so Panama was very enriching because you got to speak the target language, which is Spanish. We got to practice with it. We met a lot of Panamanian people, so we speak Spanish, and we also when we went to the rainforest, we saw a lot of animals. We saw a lot of monkeys, howler monkeys, spider monkeys, white face monkeys. And then also we went to the resort and we went to the beach. We had fun at the beach, and yeah, we there was a little ball that we threw with, like, it was like we threw football with it. And then we also went to the pool. We had a lot of fun in the pool, especially because in the hot tub we made a whirlpool. And also because I just went on the trip with my friends and I felt very mature going with my parents.
Thank you, Hugo. And Hugo is our student government vice president here at the Brooklyn campus. And then we have Genesis. Genesis, can you tell? Thank you, Hugo. You can stay on. Genesis, can you tell us about your experience with the DC study tour?
Yes. So sadly, I didn't go on the Martinique study tour, but I still had a lot of fun on the DC study tour. So my favorite part of the DC study tour was, I'd probably say, when we went to a lot of museums, like the African American History Museum, because it was very fascinating and I could learn more about my history. And it was at the Smithsonian, so a lot of museums there were very fascinating as well. And we went to most of those museums, like the National Air and Space Museum. And it was also very fun because we got to take a metro train. So it's like working your way around town when you're not in a car or just in like usual transportation. And my least favorite part of the DC study tour, I'd probably say the zip lining, because it's one thing for me to do indoor zip lining, but when we did outdoor zip lining, like over trees and stuff, I did not like that. And we had to cross a bridge as well. So some things I would change is the metro train was very fun, but I feel like it's more efficient to use the van that we use closer to the end of the trip, just because you don't have to worry about all the chaos when it comes down to getting through the station, making sure all the kids get on the train safely, no one's left behind and all that. And I just feel like it's better to take the van because then you can just leave the school and go. And then something I would keep the same was definitely going to the museums, even though I wish we could have done more hands-on activities, but the museums were very fun, so I think we should keep that. And some advice I would like to give to the fourth grade families is definitely bring a hat and bring lunch and bring money, because there will be a lot of souvenirs. There will be a lot of stuff you can buy, which is very fun and you don't want to be left out. And also it gets very hot. So bring a portable fan, hat, a bunch of stuff that you can just bring to help you on the trip. And also bring a notebook because you can take notes in it and learn a lot of stuff as you're on the tour. Because even though you're in DC doesn't mean you can stop learning.
All right, now we have Nicholas here, who's going to talk about his trip to Panama.
One thing I can say about Panama is it was really awesome. We got to go to a museum, the Bio Museum, and we got to learn about ton of animals and stuff. We went to this one section where there was a ton of like rocks and stuff, like volcanic things and stuff like that. We saw these pillars with like different animals, the history about those animals, and there were these big mammoth somethings, and they kind of look like sloths, but way bigger. And we also went to this cafe called Nico's Cafe, and to be honest, the sandwiches were okay. It's just the fact that you couldn't say what you wanted on the sandwich was kind of. And we went to a resort where they had a pool, and in the pool we had our own like bar where we could get drinks and stuff. Pretty awesome.
Non-alcoholic drinks, just here.
Yeah. And it was actually pretty cool. And then when we went to Coastal Hotel and Soul, it was also pretty cool. People kept on ding dong ditching each other. Yeah. And that's all I gotta say about Panama.
Now we have Katie, our student government president from the Brooklyn campus.
I'd say one of my favorite study tour was meeting our correspondents at their school. That was very fun. To get to see how different their school was in some ways, and then how it was the same as the other ones. And then I also liked the kayaking through the river. So really fun. And there are these little crabs that were freaking everyone out, but it was fun. And then one thing that was a little hard was how early the flight was. At like 6 in the morning. So I had to wake up at like 2:30. I was really tired. So if the timing of the flight stayed.
We'll talk to the airline, see if they can change the schedule.
Something was to like not overpack, because some of my friends coming back after they got their sneakers and stuff actually had to like sit on their suitcases to load some. Also to just like be open-minded, because especially with some of the food, it was like new to me. And I don't eat a lot of fish, but then on the first night, there was like these almost like little crab cake things, and those are really good. So like to be open-minded, and just to like kind of take it in about like how like this is and how different it is from like here in DC, and just to enjoy the experience, because it's like the only time that you'll ever get experience with person. So kind of like living.
Well, I know board members probably have questions, and I just want to publicly thank Dr. Smith for allowing students to come speak to our board members, so that you can stay focused on why you do the work that you do. So thank you, Dr. Smith. And we have questions. Hugo, you didn't say anything about that wonderful hotel where we stayed at. I thought that was on the not so great list.
Oh yeah, the hotel was the resort. Yeah, the resort was good. Yeah, got to see. We got to hang out with our roommates. We got to watch the TV in the room. I'm glad we had a TV, because at our last hotel we didn't. Some people didn't have a TV, so we had a TV. The resort was fun. We could hang out with our friends. We could, yeah.
Exactly. My mama said, don't have anything good to say. Don't. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if any board members have any questions for.
I have one for all of them. What's the one thing you're gonna remember? Each one of you, like what was that one thing that you remember the most that you're gonna take with you for the rest of your life? How was your life changed by having gone?
Probably because the simple fact that I went out the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear the question, Hugo? And
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it now.
oh, what's one thing?
Oh, yeah. So one thing, how was your life changed by having gone? That one thing.
So
you're
for the
gonna
ones that
carry
went on the
for rest
international
of your
study tour, how do you think this changed your life, if any at all?
What do you mean? Like, if since they didn't go on the trip?
No,
No,
no.
no,
For
you.
you, how do
Yeah.
you? do you think you want to travel more? Like, what do you, how do you,
What impact did
what
this have?
impact did this have on you, do you think?
I would love to travel more, especially to countries like this, because I like to explore more cities like Panama that has like howler monkeys, other types of animals, and just where you could explore.
Cool.
I would like to travel more to like Britain because the culture there is very interesting to learn, and just the experience of have gone with the people who I work with, like all my friends and the teachers, and getting to learn about this different place that was a lot different from here.
Cool. Well, thank you. Oh, Genesis, I'm sorry.
For me, something that impacted me on the DC study tour, I'd say something that I'll always remember is probably just the fact that I got to explore DC because I live in DC and I've been here my whole life, but I never knew there was like so much more to learn about and to see. And it was just very interesting.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Genesis. Thank you, Hugo. And thank you. And we also have a couple of parents, if you guys can come up, and if Katie, thank you guys. Thank you, Hugo. Thank you, Genesis. You guys can log off now if you want. And, okay. And we have a couple of parents that went on the trip. Oh, and I also forgot. Yes, we had a board member. We had a board member. You go after? Yes.
Well, I'll share. I want to thank you guys just for allowing the parents to be able to travel internationally for our students. I know it's an added burden when you have the helicopter moms and things like that. I like to hover. But I will say that Mr. Bobby, along with Miss B, along with Mr. Marcus, Miss Sophia, if I missed anybody, charge it to the head, not the heart. They made it the best experience ever. I think what was really special for me was this was my son's first international trip. And him not knowing yet that this is going to be a core memory for him. Things are so urgent at this age, but yet so fleeting. So to be able to witness that with him and experience that with him was like everything I could have ever asked for. And so I'm like tearing up. I made it my mission like to email every single teacher that went on the trip when I got back, just thanking them for the experience. And then I had to email Mr. Bobby separately, just for definitely dealing with some of my angst while we were out there as well as doing a great job with managing the children. I think like even him now, Nicholas is my son, by the way. What's your love language? Vacations, right? Vacations, right? But if you ask him, once it's over, that was cool. That was nice. These kids, they carry a nonchalance about them nowadays. So I don't think if I hadn't gone, that it would have translated the same. I wouldn't have got the same experience. I wouldn't have been able to extract all the information in the world out of him about going to the Biomuseum, about him going to the Gamboa Rainforest, about how he was so upset that they didn't get to meet the president at the presidential palace.
He was there. I mean, he was there.
He was like, where was he? So like, he's the president, he's busy. But if I had not seen that firsthand, I do not think that I would have been able to, pull that out of him and truly understand the impact of the trip. So thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Thank you all for having me. My name's Katie McDevitt. I actually have 4 scholars at Stokes. So from pre-K 3, I have pre-K 3 first, third, and fifth. And so we've been a Stokes family for 5 years and always loved the mission of Stokes and the community that's here. what it teaches my children and how to be members of the community. And this trip was just such an amazing experience to witness this in action, both like with our students, but really Mr. Bobby, Miss B, all the teachers that were there, just being so loving our children, but also creating these boundaries that push them to be the best versions of themselves, to learn how to participate in the world in different ways, to challenge them. And I agree with Brie. My son is not, my oldest, who's in 5th grade, is not a person of many words. And so if I had tried to get anything out of him, been fine. And I know this was such an impactful experience. I'm very grateful that you invited the parents on more things than I thought we would be. I really just thought we'd be kind of be witnessing them coming in and out. And so it was really cool to see the bio museum, the different adventures they did, and just the engagement. It was incredibly well organized. There were many different elements that were out of the control. Breakfast that may have taken a little bit longer, the heat. And I was just so impressed with just how well you pivoted, how adaptable the schedule was. It is, I mean, I'm always incredibly grateful to be a part of this community. And this trip was just another affirming experience. And so, I mean, don't think I have the right words for gratitude for this experience, but thank you. And like forever, I know will change, has changed me, and I know will. I agree with Bree. This will be a core memory for my son. So, yeah.
And I thank both of these parents tremendously. So we had an incident that was a curveball that I'm like, it had me up pretty much all night thinking how am I going to keep this kid safe. We had a kid who was a sleepwalker and came out of his room and was wandering the hallway, went down there to the kitchen, you know, and then the guy at the front desk was speaking to him, and he's like, oh, maybe he just doesn't understand Spanish. I get a knock at 1 o'clock in the morning. Luckily, Ms. Bree was waiting on some Uber Eats.
Don't snitch.
And she saw him, and you know, and we walked him back, and you know, and then the family's really good friends with Miss Katie, and they asked, can he stay in her room, you know, lock the room, and she agreed. So it was already a small room. So I just want to say thank you so much for taking care of our babies while we were there, because I was up all night like trying to think how, you know, like, am I going? They don't have Amazon over there, like, you know. So I was like, I need to get like some type of bell or something to put on the door or something. But luckily, you know, thanks to Bree for finding him and Katie for allowing him to stay in the room with you and your son. So, and we got an email from the parent. It was all. It wasn't just like, no, we covered all our bases. So,
again, provide a
I don't
little
know if
help.
you have any questions for the parent.
Pardon?
I thought you were saying.
No, yeah.
Yes, Nicholas.
How do you change it?
As a teacher myself, I'm busy keeping ratio somewhere else with the tiny. So this was also my first international trip as well. Going through the process, you guys made it super easy. Getting my passport was super fun. I got to see some wildlife that, of course, we don't have here. That was one of my highlights. And I had the scare of my life. Nicholas doesn't know this part because he wasn't in attendance. We went up to register at the Cloud and get orders taken and pre-orders made. And I couldn't have, for the life of me, understood what I was getting myself into going up that hill. It was like the top of a volcano. And so I'm like, why does it feel like we're in a volcano? And Taylor, a Brooklyn parent, she's like, because we are. I was like, I missed that part of the presentation. Mr. Bobby was so lovely in helping me get back down. I won't be coming back up. But it was beautiful. I stayed up there while they ordered the food and everything. I made sure to get plenty of pictures or something I will never do again. It was beautiful. It was still breathtaking, although very scary. So that's how it changed my life.
I think it is helping me understand that you guys are going to be sixth graders and to watch you guys in community working through being tired, being like kind, have fun. It just is helping me prepare for that. You guys are ready for sixth grade and that my oldest is, he's my baby. And this is a big, like, I think one of the biggest parenting hurdles I've really processing. And so just seeing you all together in, different circumstances and still be so wonderful and lovely to each other has just been, it was very transforming and helping me remind myself that they are ready.
Yeah, we gotta let go.
I'm not ready, but they are. Yeah.
Yeah, and the restaurant at the top of the volcano is called Clouds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's such a beautiful view. So we pre-ordered, we went there, we paid, and then we went back down the hill, and she didn't go back up to eat one. She's like, no, I'm not going back up. But when we went back up, we're like, what happened to the restaurant? It was right here. Oh, and the clouds were covering the restaurant, like you couldn't see. Like they opened up a window, and like it looked like like a smoke machine going through that's what it looked like inside. Like it was, you couldn't see anything we saw earlier, like the pretty view, like none of all that was gone. So called Clouds.
Literally in the cloud.
Yeah, it truly is.
So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Now, board member Beatrice, who's something very cool happening. Do you want to?
Some of you may know I'm an alum, so I did graduate class of 2005. I did my first time experiencing Panama was with Stokes. I was on that trip, and it was like 6, 7 of us, very small class. Yeah, very small. And one of the things that I remember the most was my pen pal. Back then, we were able to stay with our pen pals, and they hosted us for like 2 nights. So I got to view their family, kind of see her day to day, go to school with her, hang out with her and her friends. And, after that trip, we became Facebook friends, and we were just kind of on Facebook for a while. So when I got the opportunity to go to Panama this time around, I hit her up on Facebook. It's like, hey, are you still in Panama? Like, what, what's going on? Whatever, would love to see you if you're here. And she's like, oh my God, yes, like, let's hang out. And so I got to meet with my pen pal 21 years later. And that was like a highlight for me. Being a part of this trip, like years later, it just, everything kind of comes back full circle. She works for Capital One now, which is crazy because I used to work for Capital One like 3 years ago. But it's just the fact that like we walked 2 completely different paths in 2 completely different countries. And Stokes was able to bring us together like when we were young and now when we're older. And we're like even making plans to like kind of travel internationally together. And like it's friendships like that. It's like you never expect, right? But Stokes gave me that. And Stokes always has given me family. Like, so very appreciative of that moment. And yeah, I mean, just traveling with everyone. I have a new respect for people who work with children on a day-to-day basis. I am not around children. I don't have children. So definitely a new respect, but just seeing how Ms. Hope, Mr. Marcus, how everyone, Mr. Bobby, really looks out for the students. Just seeing that is like, I love what we're doing. I love that it's just creating so much community and really looking out for each other like we're just one of our own, like, so I think that's something that just can't be taught. Like, you either have it in you or you don't. And it's just, I'm very grateful for the entire experience. Open to any questions? Yes. What is it? I don't know. Oh. Yeah. Did I miss anything? Leave anything out?
I think that was it.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yes. Do you think that a board member should go on every trip?
I do. I do. I think it opens up a different perspective. Because we're not, well, me, I don't work in the school, like, I'm not a teacher. I'm not with the children like on a day-to-day basis. So seeing the interactions, I think is important. Seeing what students need, what teachers need. I was able to have really good conversations with like Ms. Hope, and Mr. Marcus, and we were able to build trust. So, I was like, hey, like, what do you feel like you need from us? They don't always get to say what they need. And I think I was able to learn a lot of like seeing it firsthand, like, I think this is what we might need. So
I would like to say you fit right in.
Sorry, we're gonna do a Rochambeau, see who goes next year. Well, thank you, B. You have anything to say as a parent to state?
Hi, I'm Shawn, I'm Katie's mom. Katie's my second, child who's gone through Stokes. My son Teddy just graduated from ECI Middle School yesterday with Charlie. We absolutely loved having both of them go to Martinique. They both had really different experiences. That's just the nature of different things to do, different combination of kids. But they both came away with just really unique stories and learned an awful lot that is outside of the classroom. And came back with lots of souvenirs for their parents. Yeah, we got a new Christmas. That's great. So thank you very much for the opportunity. We will be sorry to leave Stokes. This is our 11th year at Stokes, so we have really appreciated our time here. We live just down the street, so we will still be seeing all the kids going to the metro on the field trips.
Oh, we have a
I know you didn't have much to say. The third grade trip, my daughter also went this year, and I just wanted to say that that was also a very empowering trip for my daughter who was able to do campaigns. And just like as we're talking about these things, I think all the phases have such importance to the kids. And she was like so proud of herself for putting her antenna up and like all the things they found. So for all the things that you guys do and work on, I really appreciate it. So.
Thank you. We intentionally kind of like just do one overnight in third grade, two overnight, fourth grade, and then so thank you once again. So that concludes my my portion. Great. So are there any I don't know if there are any questions for me. Cool. Thank you.
So I'm gonna apologize. It looks like the adjournment is next. It's not, but certainly a couple of pieces of business that we need to handle. I want to turn it over to Morgan and governance.
Yes. Be quick, we have to well, we've already nominated, have to vote on our officers for next year. And do the votes, I'll just announce the nomination. And then I'll need someone to make a motion for that officer position, one by one.
The past stuff we've been able to do any of the slate.
Slate?
Like,
There's no yeah, they're uncontested, so
shotgun point.
Yeah, there couldn't be too controversial. All right, so in that case, the nominees are for the position of chair, Antoine, position of vice chair, Evan, position of treasurer, Carlos, secretary, yes. So that is the uncontested nominees. And someone wants to motion to that officer slate.
I like the motion to approve the officer slate as stated. Thank you.
Discussion. And being none, we will enter into a roll call vote and indicating aye for acceptance of the slate and or nay for rejection of the slate. That was Patricia.
Aye.
Denise.
Aye.
Kevin. Amy? Oh, I'm sorry. Amy. Sam. Morgan. Real Carlo. Beatrice. And Anton is aye. The motion passes, the slate is approved, then we have the new officer for the 2026, 2027. A couple other quick items, very but significant items, actually three significant items. I wanted to officially welcome, as of July 1st, our newest board member, Deshaun Wise Porter. As of the wealth of this, we've always seen her resume, but once again, just she's here. She kicks in within a couple of days, and she'll be leading the HR committee. So really looking forward to having Deshaun join the family. To help us move the school forward. So that's the first one I want to do. The second is a bit on a somber note. I wanted to acknowledge and celebrate Timothy White, board member who passed away recently. He joined us in November of 23, and he was the East End parent representative and also the committee chair for the development committee. What I'll remember most about him is his kindness, his commitment, and his perseverance. And I think those things will be greatly missed. And so I'll just ask, we can just take a moment of silence in honor and memory of Tim, who will be sorely missed by folks. Thank you. And we'll kind of carry on the celebration. I'd like to take the opportunity to take a moment to celebrate Amy Rickey, who has been a true pillar of the Elsie Whitlow Stokes community as she retired from the board of trustees. She joined us on September of 2015, and she's been a driving force on our governance committee, serving the majority of her tenure as its chair. Bringing her sharp legal acumen as an attorney, Amy navigated complex policies and ensured our school always stood on firm ground. But what truly defines Amy is her heart. Her genuine commitment to our mission has been instrumental in helping Stokes prosper. Amy, your influence will be felt for years to come. While we are thrilled for your next chapter, your leadership and wisdom will be profoundly missed. Please join me in thanking Amy Richardson for her 11 years of unwavering dedication to Stokes.
Bloomberg told you were a WNBA fan. So we know what.
I was at that game last night with that buzzer beater. 1 point. Yeah, that's it.
Your next game of your choice will be on the board on behalf of the school. So, I had a thank you card that I left at home. So. I know.
Amy, do you have any words you want to share with me?
Oh my goodness. And the world to me for the last actually 12 years, because I joined the school, I joined a board committee, academic excellence in 2014. And got to when we were just talking about becoming an IB school and and how much that was going to mean to be a primary IB location and how few of those there were. It was amazing. That was the big topic, along with the idea that someday soon we would have a second campus. And it was amazing to work through that. Then I joined the board officially the next year and immediately thrust to be governance chair, to which I served for the next 10 years. But also then thrust into the vice chair role for I think 8 or 9 years as well, because that's where the need was as well. So it has just been remarkable to watch the change in Stokes to the only in-person meetings that we used to have and all the very amazing food that we had for board meetings with that Stokes kitchen those Saturdays that we met right here
It was just wonderful to see all the change. It's amazing to know that I got to be the first person that made all of you who are on this board got to, except for Carlos, everyone to be the first person that you talked to about Stokes and your interest in serving Stokes and why you were interested, or a friend who brought you to want to be interested in Stokes and learn more about Stokes. It's been I actually, started as Erica was starting her tenure as executive director, and to watch her grow over the years and watch Ms. Moore in her growth, transitioning to a new role in DCI and the many, many awards that both Ms. Moore and Erica have received over the last, oh my God, like over a decade. It's been amazing to watch us appoint Bobby and to watch him transition in his role, but it's great to just see all of you appointed, right? And to know that, yes, everybody, but one person on this board, I had a hand in getting to talk to you, present you to the board, and to be here today and to continue the legacy in serving Stokes and the board role. And it's just, everyone's got to watch my kids grow up. I think about the fact they were in elementary school, about the fact that I served under 4 board chairs, including bringing the last one to introduce him to Stokes and have him serve in this role. So it's just been remarkable to watch the growth, the groundbreaking. I remember us standing out there with those shovels at the East End campus and hard hats and, celebrating the IB accreditation, celebrating the 20th anniversary at the embassy, the fundraisers we had over the years. It's been remarkable. I have truly just enjoyed being a part of this family for so long, and I look forward to continuing that. And you'll get rid of me as a former board member, but I will continue. I'm so excited to continue on the board committee with Morgan on governance. Because hopefully Stokes will be a part of my life for forever. And so thank you for the opportunity. And thank you for welcoming me into this community almost 12 years ago. And thank you for just all the memories. It's just been remarkable. And I look forward to still getting to know all the newer board members and just continuing to be a part of the Stokes family.
And then I just want to say thank you to the board members for always supporting me. You guys are amazing cheerleaders. I know that when I present, again, I present this and it seems like, man, Stokes is like, like Disneyland. It's like the most, the greatest place on earth. But there are a lot of challenges, staff complain, parent complain, kids behave in a certain way and legal stuff and all kinds of stuff happening. And there's a lot of, again, there's a lot of stuff that happens, and I don't want to like pretend like that doesn't happen, because it does. But every time I send a text or an email or, like, hey, like, I get an answer. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you for helping me navigate certain things, or, saying, hey, you should probably do this or that. So I truly, truly appreciate it. And I also want to just thank my C-suite here, who most of them are here, except for Mari Bell and Ms. Moore, for just, again, talk about doing a lot of behind the scenes work that nobody sees. Thank you so much for always just being there and challenging me on, when I have all these crazy ideas, you're like, yeah, no. You're like, all right, well, let's make it happen. It'll be hard, but let's make it happen. So thank you guys for always being there for me. So here's to another year. So.
And so I think those are the final items. Unless I'm missing something, Trustee. At this point, I will make a proposal that we adjourn, this final board meeting for the 25-26 school year. Is there a motion to do so? So moved. Properly moved. Is there a second? Any discussion? There being none, we will have a roll call vote indicating aye or nay about adjourning the meeting, starting with Patricia.
Aye.
Kadeem.
Aye.
Kevin. Aye. Thank you.
Aye.
Dan.
Aye.
Morgan.
Aye.
He's not in my line of sight, so he's not. I'm sorry, VC. Morgan. Aye. The real pro. Aye. Anton is aye. The motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you all.
Board retreat on July 18th.
Yes.